All right, welcome back to the channel. If you're just joining me for the first time, welcome. I've got the M1A out at the range today, and I'm going to demonstrate shooting positions and grip techniques outlined in Field Manual 23-71. That is the 1964 guidance for soldiers using the M14 rifle. These techniques can vary in different manuals. They are not the same taught by the Marine Corps and are much different than the techniques taught today using the M4 Carbine. The regulation begins with 8 steady hold factors regarding how you actually point the rifle at the target. Step 1 begins with your non-firing hand. The rifle should lie across the heel of the non-firing hand, resting in the V formed by your thumb and index finger. Your grip should be relaxed but exert slight rearward pressure. Moving this hand closer to your body will raise your aim, and the opposite if you move it farther away. Step 2. Place the rifle butt in the pocket of your shoulder, firmly steadying the rifle. Step 3 is to grip with your firing hand. It should be firm with slight rearward pressure. Step 4 involves your firing elbow. It provides balance. Depending on the position, it varies. Step 5, spot weld, is one that I struggle with. When the firing hand is in the correct position, lower your head until your cheek touches the thumb of your firing hand. There should be firm contact, so when the rifle recoils, the head and rifle recoil as one unit. Steps 6 and 7 concern breathing and relaxation, respectively. Relax as much as possible, take a breath, let half out, and fire. Don't hold it more than 10 seconds. This specifically is very different from modern marksmanship techniques, which teach you to shoot mid-breath without holding it. Step 8 is trigger control. You should make even, steady contact with the trigger between the fingertip and joint. You should leave daylight between the trigger finger and the stock. In other words, your trigger finger shouldn't touch the side of the stock. According to the field manual, this will cause side pressure and throw off your aim. Next, I'll demonstrate paragraph 10A, which outlines the 8 firing positions: prone, prone supported, sitting, kneeling supported, squatting, standing, and foxhole. Supported are omitted from this demonstration because they simply require a position plus an object, such as a sandbag or a wall, to prop the rifle on. Foxhole is omitted for obvious reasons. The FM states that some soldiers will have difficulty in a particular position more than others, so as long as the firer applies the fundamentals of maximum support for the rifle, relaxation, and trigger control, he should be permitted to adjust the position to fit his own body conformation. To assume the prone position, the firer faces the target, spreads his feet a comfortable distance apart, and drops down on the non-firing side. Your rifle line should point at the target, aligned with your leg on that side. The spine should be angled approximately 30 degrees from that point. Obviously, unless you measure this with a buddy, it's tough to make that angle precise, so just use your best judgment. The first variation of the sitting position is the open leg position. To assume the open leg sitting position, the firer faces his target, executes a half right face if you're right-handed or half left face if you're left-handed. Spreads your feet a comfortable distance apart. He sits down, breaking his fall with his non-firing hand. The feet are placed so the toes are pointing inward and the weight of his legs are on the inside of his heels. I will note here that since I am a left-handed shooter, I use the term firing hand and firing side, so this can be translated to both left and right-handed shooters. The field manual does cater to right-handed individuals, however. Next is the cross-legged sitting position. Same as before, you will face the target and do a half face towards your dominant shooting side. Instead of sitting Indian style or crisscross applesauce like in elementary school, your legs will stay bent, not all the way in contact with the ground. My demonstration, I load the magazine after I move into position. In my experience with military firearms training, this is the standard. In FM 23-17, that is not specified, so to me it is implied. Next is the squatting position, which I find challenging. The FM recommends this for muddy terrain or if wading in water. You squat, resting your elbows on your knees or your quads. The kneeling position is conducted in the same manner. Start from the standing, place your firing knee on the ground, brace your non-firing elbow on the non-firing side knee, and commence fire. For the standing position, face your target and do a half face towards your firing side. Aim naturally at the target using the 8 points of marksmanship practice and distribute your weight evenly on your hips. You should consistently hold your cheek weld without causing undue muscular strain or tension. You should hold your elbow out to form a good pocket in your shoulder. It's not going to be practical to read this manual the first time and expect expert results. Under pressure, battle, or competition, it requires practice and repetition. I hope this helps you sharpen your practice. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming by. And I'll see you in the next one.